Hello, dears. How are you? What is the what is the standard of success? How can we say that I am either successful or not? How can we say that somebody is a successful person or not a successful person? Is there any standard criteria merit for all that? It is actually the setting of worthwhile goals and achievement of it. If somebody is setting and achieving the worthwhile goals, they are quite a successful people. And contrary to that, if somebody is not so successful in setting and achieving the worthwhile goals, then it means that they are not successful people at all. So it is the goal setting actually which is so much important. Setting of the goals, achieving the goals. And as far the goal setting is concerned, the way we are doing it, it will determine and it will decide whether we are going to achieve it or not. Because the right sort of strategy in the setting and achieving of the goals will up to great extent ensure that we are going to achieve our goals as well. But if at all the goal setting strategy is not the right one, so it means that we are never going to be a successful person at all. So today, our today's talk is going to stay focused on the way, the strategy to achieve our goals. So, my dear friends and fellows, we once we are talking about the strategy of goal setting, then it actually means first of all there is a trend of setting the smart goals. Smart goals. Smart is an abbreviation comprising the five letters SMART. So these five letters combined. So these are called smart goals. Our goal should be a smart goal. And once we are talking about the strategies of goal setting, first of all, we need to understand and we need to practice what are the SMART goals. SMART, as I earlier said, is an abbreviation, and the S stands for specific, mean clearly define your goal. The first letter of the SMART is S, which stands for specific and clearly define your goal. The second letter in the SMART is M, and M mean measurable. Measurability here means quantify your goal. And what is the quantification of the goal? It actually means that you wanted to achieve 500,000. Now you have succeeded in achieving 150,000. So it what does it mean? It does mean that you have quantified your goals. So that is the second measurable, and the third is achievable. Third letter in the SMART is A, and the A stands for the achievable, and it means that make sure it is realistic one. Once we talk about the achievability of a goal, it does mean that make sure your goal is a realistic one, your goal is an achievable one, your goal is an attainable one. Because if at all instead of the goal setting you are doing the wish list, as for the wish list is concerned, it is not a goal setting, it is not a goal setting strategy, not to be very lengthy, not to be very hard, but something which is quite achievable, which is quite attainable. And that is the A, the third letter in the SMART which stands for achievable. The fourth letter in the SMART, that is called relevant. Relevancy of the goals. What is the relevancy of the goals as well? It means align your goals with your values. Aligning your goals with the values, not align your values with your goals, because the values are of prime importance, but the goal can be adjusted. So for that reason, always align your goals with your values. And the fifth and the last letter in the SMART is called T, and the T stands for time bound, and it means set a deadline, setting of the deadline. So this is the five letter word which is SMART, and SMART mean having the SMART goals. Measurable. The first one is clearly defined. The second is quantify, measurable. Number three is achievable, set achievable goals, realistic goals. Number four is relevant, align your goal with your values. And the fifth and the last is it should be a time bound one, set a deadline. So that is the SMART goals. Now moving to the next step of it, and it is called additional strategies. Well, there are certain additional strategies as well. So these strategies are actually seven in number. The first one is write it down. Write it down. Record your goals. Recording, writing it down, because the written goal is having a lot of impact upon our psyche, upon our working, as compared to a non-written goal. Mean write it down on a piece of paper which will be there, and then write it down on your mind and heart as well. Now the second additional strategy is that is break it down, and it mean divide into smaller steps, divide into the smaller goals, divide into the smaller steps. Now the third additional strategy says create an action plan, creating an action plan, and it mean outline tasks and outline timelines as well, outlining the task and the timeline. Now, the fourth additional strategy is track progress. Track progress. Monitor and adjust your goals. Keep monitoring your goals. Keep an eye on the achievement of your goals, but at the same time, keep adjusting it as well. So that is, track progress, monitor and adjust. Now the fifth is stay accountable. The fifth additional strategy says stay accountable. What is the staying accountability? And it says share your goal with a friend, share your goal with a mentor, and ask them to provide you the constructive criticism. So that is accountability. Stay accountable. Now the sixth additional strategy is that celebrate milestones. What is the celebration of the milestone? It says that reward yourself for every considerable success or travel done, achievement made. So it does not mean that we have to put it off till the total and the final achievement of the goal. I think that is totally wrong. What is needed is that celebrate milestones. Every milestone's covered, every milestone traveled, we need to celebrate it. We need to appreciate it a lot, and we need to build confidence even further. Now, the seventh and the last additional strategy says that be flexible, adjust goals as needed, adjustment of the goals as needed. So that is stay flexible, stay flexible. So we spoke about the SMART goals, the five letter word which is actually an abbreviation of SMART, SMART goals. And then we spoke about the additional strategies as well. And finally, we are going to talk about what types of goals are there. No, first one, First type of the goal is called short term goal, and every goal which is achieved within the period of 1 year is called the short term goals, and those which are the long term goals that take more than 1 year to complete and to accomplish, it is called a long term goal. Then there are personal goals. The personal goal mean that you want to be a better person, you want to bring the improvement, lot of improvement, focus on self improvement, so these are called personal goals. And lastly, there are professional goals, which actually says which are meant for bringing the improvement and the development as far your career is concerned. Per professional relates to career development. And now remember, goal setting is a process. Goal setting is a process. Be patient, stay consistent, and you will achieve your goal. Be patient and stay consistent. Ultimately, you will achieve your goals. Let's try to have a very quick revision about the goal setting strategies. The goal must be a smart one. S stands for the clearly define your goal. M stands for the measurability, mean quantify your goal. The third letter A stands for achievable, which mean that make sure your goal is a realistic one. Then the relevant. Then the next letter is relevant, which says align your goal with your values. The fifth and the last letter is the T and the time bound, which mean set a deadline for the achievement of every goal. Now moving to the next step, there are additional strategies which are seven in number. The first additional strategy is that write it down, record your goals. The second additional strategy is break it down, divide your goal into the smaller steps. The third is create an action plan, mean outline tasks and the timeline. The fourth additional strategy is track progress, monitor and adjust. Now the fifth is stay accountable, share with a friend or with a mentor. Now the sixth is celebrate the milestones, reward yourself. Now the seventh is be flexible, adjust your goals as needed. But now there are certain types of the goals. The first one goal is the short term goal. Any goal which is achieved within the 1 year period is called the short term goal. Now the next type, these are the long term goals. Any goal which takes more than 1 year time is called the long term goal. Then thirdly, there are personal goals, which mean that personal improvement. Try to improve yourself. As a person, it is called personal goal. The fourth and the last, that is the career goal, which is relating to the career development. These are called the professional goals. So, my dear friends and fellows, goal setting is a process. Be patient, be consistent, and ultimately you will achieve your goals.